Tonight I'm going to be exploring the new zone content. I don't really have any tutorials or tips other than my usual of taking it chill. And one of the reasons I'm doing a stream is to make sure that... No, actually, I've logged into Solstice just a little bit to try to get some fishing for the fishing lot that I donated. I didn't get anything interesting. I know there's new satchels. I didn't get any of them, so I got some fish. I did a couple of world bosses, but I haven't really seen much of the zone. I was multitasking at work, so I was paying more attention to my work screen. So this is a big discovery for me. And I'm looking forward to this because one of the reasons I'm doing a stream is because I want to share with other people the space that a lot of us are playing in. We're not playing with the high skill, we're not playing with the super professional gear and setups and all that. I have a lot of challenges. I like to say I have more issues than Time magazine, and this week I've had a lot of them. So I'm not feeling that fantastic. But I've got a game to look forward to, so I'm logging in to share that. But, DLC houseboat... Oh! There's a new fishing houseboat furnishing. I think I have all of the DLC zones except for... Okay, alright. ADHD is one of my core features, and I want to stop my plan to do questing and instead just go fishing. So we're gonna see how long I stay on track. But let's see, I did the prequel quest when it came out, so I have some because I went running around for some fishing holes, but I haven't really seen... Oh look, I still have a lead I haven't finished digging up. But I'm pretty sure quest starts in Sunport. Commemorative angler. Let me check that out. And you know, this baby dragon still does not have a name. And I still have not... There you go. And I still have not found out how to make sure to increase the cooldown. I mean, decrease the cooldown. Okay. Alright, here's Quest Giver.
Over here, Mainlander! I need to speak with you!
Mainlander. Sure.
Oh, here you are! Prince Azar told me to keep watch for you, Mainlander. I'm glad you showed up. We need all the help we can get. The Order of the Black Worm threatens to completely overrun Solstice.
Really? I'm shocked.
You may know them as the Worm Cult. This foul group of necromancers raised the Writhing Wall, cut our island in half, and gathered their forces outside Sunport.
Ooh.
Luckily, the Stirk Fellowship followed the Worm Cult here. Oh, thank the Three Queens.
Okay, I need to know more about this Three Queens thing. Because I saw that there was a set that looks like it might be interesting, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
A coalition of forces from the mainland consisting of the Fighters and Mages Guilds and the Three Alliances. In fact, Prince Azar is overseeing efforts to bring Fellowship forces to Solstice even as we speak. I'm sure he'd welcome your help.
I'm sure he would. I'll assist. Where do I start?
Report to Prince Azar outside the city. He's with Mage Ferranor, about to summon the champions of the Three Alliances to Sunport. After that, he'll know where best to utilize you and will add you to the Fellowship payroll.
Ooh, getting paid. Tell me more about Solstice.
You stand in Sunport, seat of House Corellania, and my home. When my ancestors came to Solstice, they found the island inhabited by Argonians from the mainland. For centuries, we have lived in peace with the Stone Nest and Tideborn peoples.
Are those the only Argonian peoples here? When did Carlin?
In the middle of the First Era, my ancestors lost their realm in Hammerfell to the Ragada invasions, then were later banished from Somerset. A fate they brought upon themselves. Of course, we have changed our ways since those dark times.
Okay, that's got a backstory. I wonder how much living in peace with... they said they've lived in peace with the Argonians for centuries, but they didn't say they've only been here those same number of centuries. Just like whenever you see a brand of, like, delivering great quality since 1978. Terrible quality since 1925. I mean, I always wonder. So they're in exile.
Once that was so, but now this is our home.
Before the current crisis, not a no.
Solstice had little interaction with the mainland. Though a few sailors and wandering merchants settled here, but most avoid Solstice. They consider the island to be cursed.
Did you do that? I mean, not this guy personally.
Forgive me. I am Mermal, a mid-conjurer of the College of Rituals.
Mm-hmm.
I serve Regent Corinwe Corellania, Governor of Sunport.
Probably
For the duration of this crisis, I have been instructed to help our new friends from the mainland in any way I can.
He seems nice. I usually try to be really impatient, let's say, with high elves. I mean, Somerset, if you haven't ever done the Somerset story, definitely worth it to just have patience with the high elves. But this guy seems genuinely nice, so maybe I'll stop thinking mean. Alright, the Writhing Wall. I want to say real quick, the reason I've been excited about this is because obviously I love Morrowind, and I loved the Ghost Wall. So this reminds me of the Ghost Wall. I haven't seen it yet, but I hope it's really cool.
Look east.
I can't, I'm talking to you.
See the giant spectral curtain looming over Sunport. That's the Writhing Wall.
It's a
the
spirit
necromancers
wall.
of the worm cult conjured it when they revealed themselves here. It divides the island in two, forming an impenetrable barrier to the east.
What's on the other side?
Eastern Solstice, the other half of our island. It contains ancient ruins and is home to the Stone Nest Argonians. But we had little commerce with them even before the Writhing Wall appeared. What's happening over there now? We can only guess.
I'm sorry, but it's just like it's over there. We're in Western Solstice. What's on the other side of the wall dividing the island? Eastern Solstice. That was very revealing. I'm with the Stirk Fellowship. I did the prequel. What have I missed?
As I heard it, after the cult killed Guildmaster Merrick and captured Vorna Scalarian in the surprise attacks,
Surprise.
Prince Azar and Gabriel Benele assumed leadership of the Fighters and Mages Guilds. They formed the Fellowship to deal with the threat.
Oh. I guess I didn't know that.
That's unclear. All we have ascertained is that they have been gathering their members and building their strength secretly in Eastern Solstice for some time. The Fellowship tracked them here and is in the process of summoning their own forces.
Alright, one thing I hope along these quests is that there's... You skipped the dialogue. See, yeah, that's why I try to really stop and enjoy. I'm super rushing through everything. And I decide I'm going to stop and listen to and really enjoy the voice acting, because the voice acting in ESO is so good. And so much of it has been wasted on me. Also because when I stream, I'm wearing headphones. So that means I'm actually hearing the dialogue. If you notice it on the sound volume, the dialogue is the only one that's really kind of loud. Because I have hyperacusis. All noises are loud and disorienting and I don't understand them very well. But the voices in this game are so easy on my ears, and I can understand them so well. So, yeah, I took a look at the house, and I was tempted for all of the quote-unquote free Alanor furnishings, but the crown price for furnished is so much that I think I will just earn it the regular way. I think I'll probably get Kalanda Lacquer faster than I would get that much crowns. But okay, that outfit works on him. A lot of times the Alanor stuff I don't really... I don't know, they're nice, but I tend to go for more detailed or standing out, but that works. And surprisingly, that was the first pleasant conversation I've had with a new storyline high elf. Let's see. Hey, Sharp. Sharp is my bestie. I wasn't paying attention. Where do I go? The Stirk Fellowship. Talk to Princess R. Oh, okay. Oh, this is another... Alright. The zones where you can't see where anything is outside of the town. That messes with me. But I believe I will find the strength to KOP cope. KOP cope. I am coping. This is nice. I really like the Eleanor style. And purple banners! Oh. If you don't have an achievement furnishing to get these banners, I'm going to put it in a suggestion ticket. Oh my goodness. They match me! I need these! Okay, alright, I'm doing a quest. I've got to... Oh, that's the... It looks like an ocean wave. That is gorgeous. Okay, first person mode. Alright, this is impressive. That is so nice. And with the purple and the ocean and the... Ooh, I want to swim in it. But, alright, this is me. I'm getting focused. No. Bad dailies. You're distracting me. Okay. Huh. I see 2 major quest pointers.
What's the next step, Mage Farinor?
The portal anchors when you're ready, Mermal.
Go on. I'll follow your lead, Mage Farinor.
Their loss, our gain.
Yeah. Okay, alright. Alright, I am... There we go. Mind. Huh. I might... See, I've got to really put together a build for Ambika, because Ambika has had just whatever I've thrown on the bar for a couple years now. In the future, I'm going to do companion spotlights.
Is there any better feeling than finding free stuff?
Yeah, and okay, so Sharp can't hear. My first companion spotlight is going to be Zareth. I love Sharp, but Zareth, I mean. Yeah. Okay, now where was the other pointer? I have 2. Oh, I bet it's just go over here, because there's nobody standing there. Alright, what you got to say?
Report to Prince Azar outside the city.
Okay, nothing interesting. Alright, Mage, who are you?
I'm a little busy. Portal spells of this magnitude can be tricky, and I'm not quite as skilled as Gabrielle. But if you're here to help, Prince Azar can tell you what we need.
Alright, when I'm... Oh gosh, subclassing. Speaking of subclassing, so the fastest way to level subclassing is, of course, was Monday night when there was the overlap of subclassing releasing and the double XP. And if you also have the grand 150% XP scrolls, and if you have about 1,000 writs saved up to do. So I think I've kind of got subclassing ready to go once I start trying to make a build that I can do. When I commit, and it gets done. That's hyper focus. Okay, oh, hey, nope, that was auto run. That was auto run. Keyboard fumble. Alright, this is not
I see you made it to Solstice. Good. We need you. The Worm Cult began this fight by unleashing their soul reapers on the guilds and alliances. by killing Guildmaster Merrick and taking Vanis Galarian captive. They started this war. We'll finish it.
Okay, so I'm not a Vanus Galarian fan, so we can take the slow road on recovering him. But a war sounds a little grandiose for just a group of cultists. I mean, come on, they're just the worm cult.
Nonetheless, it is a war, and the worm cult is no minor threat. We came to
One of my
Solstice
favorite
to
bands.
stop the cult and avenge our fallen comrades. But when we arrived, we encountered much more resistance than we anticipated. We had to send for reinforcements.
Okay, Reaper's March for the Astronaut Endeavor. Good luck, because I have tried numerous times for the past, what is it now, 11 years, to get that Frost Astronaut drop, and I still have not got it. Maybe a future stream will be see how long in one setting I can farm for that Frost Astronaut drop. It has boycotted me. I think the NPCs have a secret get back at Twin Lamps Discord, and those drops are definitely on that. Keep away from Twin. Okay, reinforcements? What kind of reinforcements?
Veterans from the Fighters and Mages guilds, mostly.
Survivors,
there are
you
some
mean?
soldiers from the 3 alliances
No
here,
spoilers.
too. An advance force of a greater army, once we convince the alliances that the worm cult is truly as dangerous as they were last time.
Okay, hang on, seriously? Alright, okay. So the alliances aren't taking the worm cult threat seriously. I'm gonna do a Cyrodiil stream in the future as soon as I finish getting together training gear. Yes, training gear, public dungeons absolutely is my other favorite way of doing it. And also, if you don't need your companion to be full up for whatever that they're doing at the time, I mean, if you're able to plow through things as quickly without your companion on the weapon skill and the armor skills that they've already maxed, that's also my favorite time to get companions up on any weapon skill that I haven't had them use yet, because I'm all about options. And I might suddenly find that a companion that I haven't really used for, I don't know, ranged DPS, I may want to level bow. So, multitasking, I'm all about efficiency. But seriously, so they're going to have the 3 alliances aren't taking the worm cult seriously. Because, I mean, maybe they don't know you face Madame Marco again as a Lich King or whatever else in Daggerfall, but... Okay, so, wow, they aren't a part of this Turk Fellowship?
Oh, they are.
Oh.
But with the war in Cyrodiil still raging, they require more proof before committing more soldiers. In fact, Farinor and Mermal are preparing a portal for their representatives, champions to evaluate the situation personally.
Yeah, see, the war in Cyrodiil, ever since subclassing, it's really just gotten worse and more obnoxious, so I think that they can probably spare the troops. Unless they want to go help clear out the resources where trolls are going to farm questers and noobs. Alright, but what do you need me to do?
Take these portal anchors and place them around the area. Then tell Mage Farinor when they're set. I know little of such magic, but Gabrielle of the Mages Guild said they would stabilize the portal long enough for the final group to come through.
Hey, where are these representatives?
That's unclear.
Oh, come
Champions
on.
of some renown and their guards, I was told. The Dominion indicated it was sending someone close to the Queen.
Roz.
High King Emmerich promised a capable hero.
I don't
and
remember.
the pact was even less forthcoming. I'm not sure who to expect.
And because...
Yes, Gabrielle Benelay, acting leader of the Mages Guild, while Vanis Galarian remains a prisoner of the
Okay,
worm
I've
cult.
always loved Gabrielle.
She sensed a mystic emanation from the northwest and went to investigate. She left Farinor and Mermal to handle the final transport.
Mermal reminds me of Nermal. How does Solstice feel about them sending troops?
Sunport has a city guard, but no army to speak of. But outside the city walls, only a handful of warriors protect the scattered villages, and the worm cult roams free. Sunport has held the cultists off so far. Barely. They welcome our assistance.
Oh, why is the worm cult here?
We're still trying to figure that out. I thought the worm cult was broken forever when the Allied forces stormed Cold Harbor and stopped the plane meld. It appears they had a secret refuge on this island and regrouped there to form their latest plan.
So, dark and evil cultists weren't stopped forever? Ah, jeez. Actually, I am really happy they're doing this.
The Sun Porters noticed suspicious new arrivals over the last few months. Sinister figures slipping off to the wild eastern half of the island. Then the writhing wall appeared and cut the island in half.
Goodbye. I'll try to stop talking over them. That's kind of my thing. But I am really glad that they're following up on the worm cult story. Because as much as I hate Manamarco, I love follow-ups and I love following up on the stories. So, next, let's see. That's why that was there. It was activating early. Portal anchor, portal anchor, portal anchor, portal anchor.
Are the anchors all in place, newcomer?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I can do a Mockney accent too and answer you. Oop, oh, no. Sorry. Chest.
That jingle of coins, always a comfort.
Very well.
This is trickier than it looks. We're summoning multiple people from several locations at once, and Solstice is riddled with ancient magics that can interfere with teleportation spells. Are the portal anchors in place?
I'll set up the portal anchors. Anything else you need? I don't even know what accent I'm trying to do.
No, the next steps in the ritual are mine to perform, with a little help from Mermal, of course. Just stand right there and don't move until I finish. It's important that the ritual goes exactly as I intend.
Holding perfectly still.
Stand back. This requires a special touch.
First, they will bring the foot soldiers through. Then
Okay,
the Alliance representatives.
What's happening? Gabrielle didn't do it this way.
Such is the fate of all who defy the Black Worm.
Where's Farinor? Mermal, what just happened?
There was a traitor? Oh my gosh. Oh, first I want to see it. What I do remember to do is whenever I am actually paying attention to dialogue, I always talk to everyone who doesn't have the quest marker over their head to see what interesting things they do. I have not downloaded the new Harvest Map data.
What new
yet.
disaster is this? Worm cult treachery? Speak with Mermal, comrade. Find out what Farinor did and what became of the Alliance representatives.
What do we do now?
We make preparations to welcome the Alliance ships when they arrive, to ready camps for an assault on the writhing wall, and to gather the supplies we need to engage the worm cult in battle. This is far from over, comrade, and there is much to do.
Everybody isn't trusting portal magic?
How else would their troops get here? We can't risk another portal mishap, and ships are more practical for transporting armies across the sea. Once we're ready, I intend to break through the wall and mount an all-out assault on Eastern Solstice.
Oh, it's been ages since I've updated Harvest Map data. Yes, I remember what you're talking about. I can go ahead and do... Okay, speaking of add-ons, add-on selector changed my life. Because I'm still on my marketeer, I'm going to instead go Ambika questing. Reload UI because you're frozen. Yeah, add-on selector. If you're not aware of it, and if you frequently need different add-ons for different times on a character, then you have add-on selector. You select whatever add-ons you want, and you save that as a profile. And then you can load that profile on any other character. And since you see I have a ton of add-ons, I can't afford to wait to load a billion years every zone. Okay, I'm exaggerating. A year and a half. Yeah, the way I found out on Selector was there had to have been someone who made something like this, and so eventually I found it. Oh, yes, each character... You don't need an add-on selector, by the way. You can just select whatever you want per character. But having add-on selector means you don't have to manually go through and click some on and click some off. So, say if you ever want to do a map race, you can have a map race add-on where you only have the, what's it called? The one that shows you where the treasure map things are. And you'll load so much faster. Okay, anyone else to talk to? Nope. Okay, Normal.
I do not believe it!
Oops.
Mage Feranor deliberately sabotaged the portal spell while the Alliance representatives were in mid-transport. Oh, I wish Gabrielle Benelay were here.
Wait, she sabotaged the spell?
She unraveled the spell in mid-teleport. I tried to salvage it, but barely managed to pull the shredded magicka back together. These soldiers were knocked senseless, but I think the representatives made it through after I diverted them from Sunport.
Oh, so they weren't obliterated. I thought it was no Raws forever. Where are they?
Did you see the motes of light shooting off in different
Shoot,
directions?
no, I didn't.
Those were the representatives. Champions from the Old Merry Dominion, Ebonheart Pact, and Daggerfall Covenant. They landed in Solstice somewhere.
I expect a straight answer out of this question. Where exactly did you send them?
Do you have a map?
Oh.
I can sense two of the representatives roughly here and here. The third... I just do not know. I can sense nothing of the last representative's present location. Speak with Prince Azar. He may know what to do.
See anything else?
You should speak with Prince Azar. He will know what to do next. I hope.
Yeah, but most of the time, other side characters will say basically, don't talk to me, talk to the person you're supposed to talk to, but sometimes you miss out on really interesting stuff if you don't. Okay, they're not dead, they're not senseless, they're fine.
I do not believe it. Feranor sabotaged the portal. She spoke of the Black Worm. She's one of the cultists. But what became of the Alliance representatives? Did they make it to Solstice?
Think so.
Damn that Feranor! The Dominion, the Covenant, the Pact, they promised to send their best to assess the situation. We need those representatives, or the Alliances will never commit more troops. Wherever they wound up, we need to find them.
I like these options. I can look for them. You're injured. They weren't volunteering to come with. Oh, did say we. But Ambika is very anti-slaver, etc., but she has priorities, so... Y'all, rest here. Chill.
Injured.
Kick back.
This is nothing but a minor inconvenience. Still, I thank you for the offer and will accept your help graciously. Locate the Alliance representatives and send them to Sunport. I also need you to find Gabrielle Benelay. We need her back here.
You mentioned Gabrielle before. Okay, this is where I've heard some folks get really frustrated that it ends up like refeeding you things that you already know. But if someone is starting here and they just started the game or haven't done anything since, I don't know, ages ago, I like that they're filling in background.
I did. She currently leads the Mages Guild. When Gabrielle sent something to the northwest, Feranor directed her to an old temple. After all this, I fear Gabrielle may be in danger. Tell her to get back here. I'll wait in the city's west square.
I will find them and send them back. Okay. Now, I have options. I can... Oh, right, I have a survey here. Okay, I can also stay focused. So... That's one alliance representative. Where are the others? Twin, in the case of too many objectives. There. I'll start here. Okay.
Good to get stocked up.
It's very good to get stocked up. Oh, I was hoping for hardwood. I will be decorating. Ooh, hardwood. Yes. Oh, color. Where? Oh, I'm only halfway there. I will definitely do the survey on the way. What's going on there? Up. Oh, it's a popper! Oh. Night, popper.
What you worry?
My worry is you're standing in front of my loot. There.
You could brew something nice with that.
Okay, I'm not gonna stop and fight every Daedra, I see. Oh, back in the day, I could not defeat a Daedroth. Before one Tamriel, I had the worst build. Ooh, Scythian. 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 Almost there. Shh, leave me alone. Ooh. Oh, up close. Oh! Oh, there's some special stuff there. Alright. First things first. Okay, that's a big spider. It is always justifiable to get sidetracked by a thing or a thing. Sky Shard. Ba-ba-dum. Ooh. Yes. Alright. Oh, the little spiders. It is ceiling. Ooh. Fishing bait. Oh, note. Something terrible happened to Warmstone Village. All the spirits. Cut the valley. Dangerous. Okay. Ah, it's dark. Oh, little spider. You gonna go in? I'm gonna go in. After I get more beat. I really like the Argonian style. It's cut right... It cut the hut right in half.
Who's there? Show yourself. You're here? Huh. I guess this is Solstice after all. I was starting to wonder. Last I heard, we were supposed to meet in some nice city called Sunport. Glad I'm not the only one who got it wrong.
It's Solstice, but you got sabotaged.
Huh. A sabotaged portal. At least I'm not on the wrong island entirely. Portal mishaps can be a lot worse than arriving slightly off target. As for this place, looks like necromancers have been busy here. See that giant ghost wall behind me?
The locals call it the Writhing Wall.
Ain't that a delightful name? I ducked into this hut to take a break from fighting off the hungry critters outside. I was just about to look around, but now that you're here, you can help. Then I need to find Princess A and get caught up on things.
Okay, let's see what's here. I Hefty
I
containers.
say we start with that weird barrier. What did you call it? The writhing wall? I poked at it already. It's
Cute.
pretty solid. It stinks of necromancy.
Wash your hands.
And when we finish here, point me towards Sunport, all right? I hate being lost.
You better ask Sharp.
Fitting name. Yeah, I ain't seen anything like it, and I've seen a lot. I pushed at the wall, but couldn't get through. The local critters shy away from it too. Makes you wonder what the worm cult's hiding on the other side.
Makes you think. What also makes me think is, what's lootable? Basket. Ooh, decorative wax. Basket. Potato. Decorative wax. Oh, this is awesome. I heard that there's a part of the question here, I mean in the zone, where you get a ton of urns, and I know once I get there, it's gonna be hard for me to stay focused. Oh, I like this. Is this a furnishing that you can do? A little covering on the shelf. Okay, that is so cool. I love
Is that
Argonian.
a letter? Might be important.
Partially burned missive. It's probably nothing. Oh my goodness, check this out. See, I haven't seen the new furnishings at all. Oh, I'm so going to have to get caught up in furnishings and make my Argonian place prettier. Side Knight Simbor. You are no longer illegible, Warmstone. Relocate your nest and illegible to the passages beneath. A shipment of the highest importance is expected illegible. Ensure it is safe from any conceivable threat. Do not forget to illegible when you depart, and destroy this letter. Dock at Farnor. You know, if I had found this letter first, I might have been able to prevent that portal mishap. Illegible.
Passages and a vital shipment. Interesting.
You
Princess
see
Osh,
spirit!
see that note, pal?
Ghosts. Ooh. Spooky. Alright, what am I gonna do? What am I supposed to do? Touch it? What's your word?
See? The whole wall's made of ghost stuff, but nothing goes through.
It's a ghost
Huh.
wall!
Not sure what to make of all this.
I can make a hat, I can make a brooch.
Look, I appreciate you coming to find me. I could have wandered around for days before I found my way to Sunport. But hang on to that letter. It might shed some light on what the worm cult's up to. Make sure you get it to Princess Ah.
Any idea who this Scythe Knight is, or if we're looking for one of those huge backpacks?
Not a Tuscan clue. I
Language.
just got here. But Scythe Knights are low-ranking cult leaders. Sergeants, you might say. I'd guess there was a worm cult nest posted here until they got orders to move on.
I don't know. That's a reach.
Tunnels? Mines? Who knows? I'm more interested in this important cargo the worm cult wants to protect. Damn cultists are always up to something. Guess I'd better head to Sunport and check in. Which way was it again?
North. I can say it north. Can't point you there, but I can say it. Okay. I've got to see what else there is to loot. Also, am I supposed to be able to find tunnels here? You think I'd be able to look for tunnels? Fruit! Haha! Those were coconuts. I want these foods. I want a triangle plate. Oh, I can hear the soul wall. Eric, come on, I want it. Oh, this is atmosphere. Oh, I love that noise. That's like sleep noise right there. Now I know where to come to wind down before sleep. Gerp. Oh! It has a starfish on it! And shells! Keep! It was a little shell opening. Oh, that is so cool. Did you have fun, Sharp? Bait. Bait. Hee slice banana. Alright. Next up is my survey. And a wish right along the way. Oh, also, maybe get one of these Soul Reapers. Because I was near a Soul Reaper once the other day when I was trying to fish. But because I was busy at work and I wasn't looking at the screen, I was just, I only had the ding. I only had the ding noise that I used for fishing, so I could know when to hit Q. And I looked back and I saw that a Soul Reaper had been finished.
Building up a stash. Good thinking.
Good thinking. Ooh. Oh, I think I missed a chest back there. I saw one, but I was so excited by the
You
wall.
gonna
I
share?
forgot.
Just kidding. I wouldn't either.
Sharp, I will always share with you. What I wish is that there would be armory for companions, where they could hold different gear sets and click to say, here's my stamina DPS Sharp, here's my range DPS Sharp, here's my tank Sharp. Ooh, more mundane room. Okay, nope, stay focused, stay focused. This is not a foraging run. For me, the word that makes sense is the technical term. And the Soul Reapers have the drive.
Mercenary.
Still over there. Someone said over here, mercenary. And I actually heard that. Ooh. Oh, it's Keshu! Hey, Keshu! Oop, I tried to loot a... I can't talk to you. I'm looting baskets. There.
Ah, fortune smiles upon me. Just the person I needed to see. Hold a moment before you continue towards Shell-Tide Village. I could use your help with a complicated matter, mercenary.
What seems to be the problem, Keshu?
I hope to recruit Tideborn warriors from the village to aid in the Stirk Fellowship's offensive against the Worm Cult. However, they're mired in their own struggles with the cult and a necrotic taint that threatens the village's egg hatcheries.
Keep just babies.
Tide Reader Suhoth promises the aid of the Tideborn tribes if I can root out the Worm Cult's corruption and assist in a ceremony to cleanse the tides. Will you help me save their birthing pools, mercenary? The Fellowship pays well for assistance.
I will help you recruit.
We must introduce you to Tide Reader Suhoth. He will have more to share about the tasks ahead. Meet me in his hut at the center of the village. And be aware, Shell-Tide is the heart of Tideborn trade and culture. Try not to anger them.
What's going on?
As I said, I'm here with the Stirk Fellowship. My primary mission is to recruit locals to help deal with the threat of the Worm Cult. I decided to start with the Tideborn Argonians of Shell-Tide Village when I learned of the problems facing them.
Alright, I'm interested about the Tideborn.
The Tideborn, or Ista Ahuak, are Argonians native to the island of Solstice. Their customs differ from what you may have seen on the mainland. For instance, many of these Argonians no longer hear the Hist song and, as such, have found new beliefs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Many Argonians believe that, in death, their memories are sorted by the river. Some are retained by the Hist, and others discarded. The Tideborn believe that these lost memories are returned to Nirn by the tide, and are reborn here on Solstice.
Oh, That might have something to it. So they're reborn Argonians?
Some villagers believe so. They consider it a second chance, another opportunity to mature into their destined scales. I am curious, of course, and wish to learn more. But for now, I am withholding judgment.
So this island is like Argonian purgatory. Interesting. What is Tide Reader Suhoff's role? With the word like Tide Reader, probably important.
Perhaps you are familiar with the terms Tree Minder or Sap Speaker. These are important roles within any Argonian tribe whose hist still sings. Tide Reader Suhoff fulfills this role for the Tideborn, an interpreter of the tide and its bounty.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I'll see what she says about Strict Fellowship.
We are Nirn's greatest defense against the Worm Cult, a group made up of members from the 3 alliances and the Fighters and Mages guilds. We are united in our pursuit of the Worm Cult, with the goal of finally ridding the world of their threat.
Okay, dumb question. Why do they need more warriors?
The guilds are still reeling after the attacks on their guild halls. And while the 3 alliances have provided representatives and a small expedition force, they have yet to commit significant troops to the effort.
Ah, and that's where the Tideborn come in.
Exactly. We did not expect the Worm Cult to have such a large presence here on Solstice. The aid of the Tideborn may appear insignificant in comparison, but their knowledge of the island and fighting expertise should not be underestimated.
Okay, I would not consider the aid of a band of warriors in a place that they literally grew up insignificant in comparison to anything besides Argonians. Okay, little nameless dragon also loves Argonians. Yeah. I forgot about this whole advanced sex.
I see you remember our conversation back in Gideon.
No, but the computer
Yes,
does.
My dream remains the same. I still plan to build an advanced Saxleal society with a vibrant culture that embraces our past glory while retaining our current outlook on the world.
So, what about here?
That is what I hope to find out. Gideon is the beginning, but I want to see what I can learn from the Tideborn. And I also understand that there are Stone Nest tribes that never abandon the ways of the Zanmirs.
Oh.
I hope to speak to them, too.
I also hope to speak to them. Alright. Ooh, torch bug. Okay, bait. Yeah, we can check that out. Okay, because I think that'll probably get me involved. What I will do is get the survey first, because I want to see my survey, and then come back. Because something tells me side quest is going to be significant. Ooh, Zenur staircase.
Better overstocked than under.
Oh, some of these newer zones have them spread out. I might have to turn down grass. I don't see. Oh, here we go. There we are. Okay, I love the ground foliage, it's very pretty, but it's hard for me to find things. I may end up turning it back down. So do either of you do any of the side quests, or do you just do the main quest rush for the house? Because I want the house, but I know I won't be decorating it soon. see what's going on with her. Hello, little crab. Oh, another little crab. Crabby go dink dink. Shunk. Ooh.
Always worth stocking up.
Hello. Why can't I bleed a fool these guys? Yes, you have a fancy sword.
Easy.
Would have been easier if I could bleed a fool them. Oh, that's pretty water. Oh my goodness! Giant trilobite shell. Coral bear. Giant shells. And the sea guars! Pardon me, Tangrits. Wanna play?
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
Probably some more sea creatures. Yeah, I think those are so cool. Giant shells. I love these giant shells. Okay, I see a lot of pickpocketing to do during the week. Nothing. That was a card. There we go.
Is
Alright.
this the mercenary you spoke of, Eggkin?
Yes, Tide Reader. I consider them worthy of the task ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you in a moment, but I see a book. Tideborn funerary practices. Okay, I'm gonna skim this real quick. In Argonian. Giant seashell, that is so cool. Title photos, grade stakes. Oh, title vote. Kind of like the grave stakes. All right. Oh, it's a little shell. Okay. Cyber will be stored. Oh, this is a long book. Okay. Unfortunately, I will have to catch this up on the web later. Oh, good, it's still here. That is way too much to read at one time. Cashew, do you have anything interesting to say?
Speak with Tide Reader Suhoth Mercenary. He commands the admiration and esteem of this village and Tide-born tribes across Solstice. We should show him the same respect.
Okay, so the dailies count for the unlock for the house? Or not? The delve ones count. Okay. Yeah. Oh, when Westfield came out, I spent a solid week doing almost nothing but pickpocketing, and I learned so much about how pockets work. I learned that pockets are like containers. They're instanced, and when the game figures that you've been pickpocketing too much on one character, all pockets will start to spawn empty. So the game's telling you to do something else. Now, what I did was I logged on a different character and went pickpocketing for hours. But a repeat version of a daily. Okay. Alright. I will eventually unlock the house. But Tide Reader...
You are welcome, Ogel, but allow me to cut straight to the pearl. The presence of these cultists threatens the Tideborn.
Good.
Tribes
not
from
good, it
across the
threatens.
island bring their eggs here to mature in our holy waters. But those waters have become tainted, unclean.
Okay, so?
Yes, that is correct. A ritual I hope will both lift up the next generation of Tideborn warriors and dispel the necrotic taint on our waters. All in time to aid your cause.
Okay.
How familiar are you with the Chukase tradition?
Okay, what's a chukase?
A rite of passage for young eggkin to prove themselves to their community and to the tide. Completing the ritual should elevate our young and clear the waters. But the ritual path has become too dangerous. I was forced to pause the tradition.
By the way, I have this outfit that he's wearing. That's what I had on Wera. I love it.
Until your arrival, yes, Ojel. Outsider, I ask that you aid our young warriors by clearing cultists from the ritual path so the Chukase can be completed. Seek out the brothers Senek and Talali Haas. Help them perform the rite, and we will help you.
I will seek out the brothers.
Senek Haas will be at the training grounds northeast of my hut. Talali Haas is tending to the hatchery pools east of here, beyond the village walls. Tell them to begin their Chukase and accompany them to the entrance of our burial grounds.
All right. I guess, why the burial grounds?
That is where the ritual path begins.
I mean, of course it is.
And where the worm cult is most active.
Exactly.
We first thought they were pirates, but they cut us off from our burial grounds. Now we hear the sound of shovels turning earth and the mournful wails of the risen dead.
Okay, what gets me is how often I have to say things as though it was a question.
So it seems. They use our own dead against us, and even our most powerful warriors grow weaker as their vile magic seeps deeper into our land. It kills our crops, spoils our waters, corrupts our eggs.
Alright, so in what way?
We rely on the water brought by the tide to nurture our eggs, to deliver memories discarded into the great river and instill them in new homes. But now, the tainted waters weaken the shells and kill the unborn young, causing the memories to fade.
Alright, everything else on hold, I'm saving babies.
Your tail twitches like a young one, Keshu. You have questions, yes?
I'd like to hear more about the tide. Go on ahead, mercenary. I will catch up.
I also want to hear more about the tide, but okay, I will save the babies. Okay, it's okay, little babies. You'll be fine. Ooh, no, wait, is this stealing? Nope. Chink. Ooh. Wait. Those are the same old regular ones. Well, that was my blue. But yeah, in another 3 months, I agree they're going to have the New Zone revisiting super extravaganza where you have to refarm everything for new drops. So that's why I only get so into book. Okay, I'll have to look these up later, but I know it is here. Alright. I really like this place. It reminds me of that house that I didn't get and I haven't seen in a long time. The one that's a beach house.
And
That makes a lot of sense.
Taste the salt of my blade.
Okay, do you guys talk?
Your posture could use some work, warrior.
You're
Seems you are not
calling me
accustomed
out.
to our soft sands. Don't let that be your downfall.
No, I was just slouching.
Listen close to the crashing waves, outsider. Many truths are hidden in their whispers.
That is true. Okay.
Has my fighting prowess caught your
He's got a
attention, outsider? Huh. Well, do try to keep your distance, lest I cleave you in two.
So, you must be the young warrior who's ready to grow up.
Has that old lizard finally accepted what I've known all along? That these cultists must be dealt with swiftly before we lose any more young? Join me in battle, Ogel. I will heartily welcome your blade.
I'm to clear out the cultists while you and your brother contemplate your Chukase.
My scales shimmer at the news.
They are shimmering.
While I wish it were me taking down the cultists, I'll accept finally being recognized as a full-fledged warrior. Perhaps the Tide Reader has sense left in him after all. When shall we begin?
Once we all gather.
Tlali will certainly erect the spine of surprise when he hears of this. Our scales have itched for the opportunity to prove our worthiness and push back the cultists. I will meet you at the start of the ritual path, outsider.
Okay. Monkey. Hello, monkey. Alright. Where's the other guy? Oh, way out there. There we go, my toolbar. There we go. That's just lovely. Okay. I'm not gonna fight you. Oh, it's a big old jaw.
Another clutch lost to the necrotic taint.
Keep. No, not yet. No, I will save them.
Rest, Aitkin. Your time will come. I promise.
Still your waters, Tlali. An outsider approaches.
Hi.
The Tide Reader spoke of accepting help from beyond our village. If you do not already share in our distaste for these cultists, perhaps the rotting smell of these eggs will sway you. But you are here to talk to Tlali Haas, yes?
No, because I love your voice, I love your look, and I love your like glimmering eyeshadow bit.
Our clutches mature in the warm waters of the shoreline, the tide nurturing them with memories of past lives. I know not what the horrid cultists are doing, but their magic has poisoned our waters. Now our eggs spoil and rot from the inside.
I just think that's so interesting.
The tide returns that which is discarded in the afterlife. Memories. The Tideborn believe that we are but weary scales born anew. So, to perish here, before emerging from the shell, is a tragedy and a great loss. It's rare, but some do. I sometimes get fleeting images. The crunch of a crab shell brings to mind large bugs pestled into dinner. Or the bubbling wash of the tide elicits a fetid, swampy smell. Small reminders that every moment is precious.
Wow. Okay, I hope I can talk to her again later, because I'd love... Hello.
Forgive me, outsider. I fear I was wandering the reeds of anxious thought. Losing a clutch is heartbreaking, let alone the loss of so many. Curse these limp-fin cultists. Do you have need of me?
Gotta find you.
The Tide Reader sends an outsider to find me? And here I thought I'd seen all the tide could offer. Have you come to help with the poison tides? Our young wither and die before their eggs even crack.
I'll clear them out.
I erect the spine of intrigue. Although, who am I to look a gift guar in the mouth?
Guar.
I suppose we are to meet at the entrance to the burial grounds?
Yeah, that's not on my map.
Of course. Allow me to mark your map. It is a great honor you have been given. Our chokasei is a traditional rite, to be sure, but it is also an opportunity to cleanse the tides. There may be hope for our eggs yet.
I have one Argonian. I almost kind of wish that it was my main. Okay. Oh. There. Ba-da. Ooh, iridescent. Bye-bye, Popper. Not time to play. Beep. Nope. Prowling dog. Here we go.
Once I speak with my companion, we shall begin the first trial. A cleansing of your ancestral burial grounds.
Waxhuthi, these are not my ancestors.
Easy, egg brother. Do not spoil the occasion. Forgive my brother. A skull as thick as a turtle shell, that one. He understands the importance of this trial, even if he can't keep his mouth from spewing venom at times. We are ready to begin when you are.
Oh, they're egg brothers.
Senek and I share a special bond. Raised in the same tide pool for one. And I hear before we even hatched, our eggs would butt shells. An amusing sight, I imagine. If you were asking about our appearance, though, then yes. In that, we are different.
I'm talking like I've never met Argonians before. You're not really brothers?
Senek is a Naga.
No.
There were once many tribes of Naga on Solstice, but over time, their numbers declined. The Tideborn offered what was left of his tribe, a home, and that is how his egg found its way to our waters. We are brothers just the same.
Curious if you have any clues about that.
I am not sure, but there are still some out there. Like the foam that fades and reforms on the shoreline with the tide's ebb and flow. They aren't lost to the void. With time, they are certain to return. Perhaps shell tide is the first step.
See, I love the chill ebb and flow. That's why I love Argonians.
I don't mean to offend, but these sands don't hold blood of my Nagakin. Shelltide is my home now, but my ancestors do not rest here.
Okay.
No, they are not. I was an egg when my tribe of Naga were accepted into Shelltide village. I respect this ritual, and will pray as I have been taught. But I wonder who prays at the graves of my ancestors.
Sure, they would if they could.
Frustrate is not the word I would use. My scales stiffen. My feathers wilt. My feet tread on soft sand, whereas the souls of Elder Naga are tough from jagged rocks that I will never experience walking upon. At best, I feel adrift.
Oh, that is so relatable.
I do. Do not mistake my yearning for dissatisfaction. I would fight for Shelltide and the Tideborn until my claws shatter. And I will honor these ancestors if only because they gave me Tlalihas. And for that I am grateful. Do you wish to pick at their corpses like these cultists? I do not know where they rest.
Dark.
Long before I hatched, we Naga were scattered across Solstice. Our numbers dwindle with each season. The elders speak of this time with guilt on their tongue. What I have pried from them is that the Naga may have played a role in the fight against the High Elves many centuries ago. A role that brought great shame to our tribes.
Well, it sounds like the High Elves of the time had some shame of their own.
I did not hear the details through the shell of my egg. Suhath told me only that the Tide Reader before him wished to reunite the Tideborn tribes. Opening Shelltide to the Naga was his first step. I hear it was a divisive decision.
Alright, the characterization in this zone is great because when I first talked to him, he was absolutely every teenager ready to graduate high school and declare themselves a total adult ready to conquer the world. And now he's having actual reflection, self-assessment. That's awesome. Yeah, and that's why I always talk to the side NPCs before the person with the pointer.
Do not let the excitement of these young ones distract you from our goal, mercenary.
I was distracted.
We must help the brothers complete their ritual and cleanse the waters so that I can secure the aid of the Tideborn against the greater worm cult menace.
Okay, what exactly do you need me to do?
Help them complete their chukase. The first trial in the rite honors the village's past. The brothers must visit the resting places of 4 Tideborn ancestors. We must ensure their safety while they pay their respects.
Oh, that's
Do not become complacent. The worm cult defiles this burial ground. We will need to contend with them, protect the brothers, and try to ascertain exactly what the cultists are up to here.
Dispatch worm cultists and look for clues.
And remember, as much as the brothers may wish to help you, that is not their place in this. Once you deem a site safe to approach, signal to them and they will begin their prayer.
Sharp will handle it. Alright, now. This way. This is the way.
Tlali, honor your ancestors. I will meet you northeast of here near the cliffs. Good hunting, mercenary. Keep an eye out for
Do not despair. I will imbue greater devotion into my prayers to make up for what my brother lacks.
Okay, to be fair to the brother, it seemed like he had his own kind of devotion.
These may not be my ancestors, but I still have prayers to offer to those who formed this village. And don't hold back, Ojel. Show these cultists wrath befitting their crimes.
Oh, I was gonna hold back. Sharp, on the other hand. Come on. Spam, spam, spam. Keep. Sharp. Where overkill is just the right amount of kill.
Easy.
Okay, I'll mark it and tell you two that it's ready if you get out of my way.
Elders, your tide recedes, but is not forgotten.
Ancestors, we remember and ask you to bless our sacred waters.
Alright. Next. Yeah, oh, no, these are it. No blade of woe. Aww.
Ancestors, we praise the ripples of your passing.
Elders, let Itzteish guide you across the waves.
These are nice. Butterfly! It wasn't sidetracking, it was right in front of me. It's not a distraction if it's on my path. Alright. Wait, why did I...
And down they go.
The currents of the past flow ever into the future.
Ancestors, inspire us.
Time keeps slipping, 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 slipping. into the future. Fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry. Okay. Damn it.
These cultists exhume our dead and leave them drying in the sun. They must pay.
Always nice to get stocked up.
Okay, so that made them upset. Sorry. Yeah, I fight all you people. Ooh. Ba-bum. Okay, you take care of it, Sharp. I've been wondering if 3 Queens is good for, like, my healer I've been working on.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Wait, what was that? That's prey. That's... Oh, investigate. I skipped an investigation. I like these lanterns. Notes and exclamation. The minds of the exhumed are not as pliable as we'd hoped. Refused to reload the location of the hidden shrine. Oh, they're just doing a bunch of Speak with Dead. I still haven't seen the Dungeons and Dragons movie. Transport the corpses. Ew. They're so mean.
The source of the tide's power? Is that why they desecrate our dead?
That's typically what, yeah.
You could craft something nice with that.
Rakuda? Eh. Use it for leveling gear. Pew! Ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum. Bum, ba-da-ba-dum-ba-dum. Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-dum-ba-dum. Ba-da-bum.
Elders, let your power flow into our sacred waters.
Ancestors, hear our prayer. We will meet you at the cliffs, Ogel.
I went to food basket. Alright, you feel better?
I'm impressed, Ogel. You dealt with those cultists almost as well as a true Tideborn warrior.
It was mostly Sharp.
Now, on to our next trial. To face one's darkness is to meet a storm head-on, the Tide Reader says. Tlali and I must enter a dream wallow. We consume the roots of a Fanic Gok plant and enter a dreamlike space. It's there, in the dream wallow, that we are given a glimpse of the future the next tide will bring. We must decide whether we accept the future shown, or defy it.
I defy I'd defy many possible futures.
If you were told the stream you swim leads to regret, dishonor, wouldn't you? Our place in this world is fluid. Like footprints in the sand, a future can fade as quickly as it is born. How else are we to achieve our destined scales?
Meanwhile, I love the jade handles on those daggers. No, not you yet, Cashew. I'll miss out.
Could you feel their pain, Ryoka? The suffering of my ancestors tinges the air with spite and fear. My scales shiver at the thought of those cultists pulling them from their graves. Apologies. I must ready myself for what's to come.
It's a good question. How am I holding up?
So many bodies. Too many. I prepared for these rites for many seasons. Studied the path, the prayers. But this? Nothing could have prepared me for the horrors these cultists have committed.
And you know, in 11 years of going through the Dungeons and Dragons movie, I might, if not this weekend, then next weekend. Because I have it. I just need to have the uninterrupted time to watch it. But I was thinking campy, I was making campy jokes, but of all this time, every time I've been going through graveyards, the entirety of the Rivenspire story, I haven't really taken it that seriously of, look, here's another exhumed grave. Oh, look, here's another splay of bodies getting pulled up by cultists. But the way they're doing the story and the voice acting in these characters, I actually feel bad. And all those little Argonian they were big Argonian bodies, just out drying. I mean, I already dislike the worm cultists, but I'm gonna put them down. We'll put a stop to this.
Of course, Ryoka.
I wonder
It's
what
an
that
honor
means.
seeing warriors such as yourself and the Blackfin face down these worm cultists. I hope your bravery rubs off on my scales. And soon. It would be nice if my ankles stopped shaking.
Key, I do want to know about the prayers.
Please, ask away. Your aid here is invaluable. The least I can do is part the seaweed that obscures clarity.
I think they said that.
It's Taish, who Keshu tells us you call Sithis,
Oh!
the Dread Father. We lean on his strength and guidance, and have since our people came to this island so long ago. It is his hands who guide the tides, and for whom we make our pilgrimage.
I hadn't heard anyone else talking about Sithis guiding
Sithis
tides.
directs all that changes and flows,
Oh.
and it is through the tides that we commune with him. Tide Reader Suhoth listens to and interprets the crashing waves, as I one day hope to do as well. Sithis must surely despise what we have seen today.
Oh, I'm referring to the one that came about like a year or so ago, because with my ears, I cannot go see movies in theaters. I have to wait till they come out in like my very noise-controlled environment. And yeah, I'm excited to see it. But as far as what they're saying about Sithis, this touches on something I've been thinking about recently. I'm used to any time that there's a setting that has the agent of chaos, the agent of not just chaos, but entropy, change, transformation. Usually it's dark and destructive, and typically what people would be evil and harmful and uncaring, etc., etc. But it was pointed out to me relatively recently that it's just change. It's just the lack of stagnation. It's the lack of something staying the same. So entropy is also wildflowers sprouting across a field and blooming in spring. And so this idea of the change in the flow of the tides, of the coming through and the pulling away, that Sithis doesn't have to be, basically Dark Brotherhood. This is exactly a concept that I've been trying to work through just in the past couple of weeks, of change and flow being also the tides and the coming and going. So I like this different view of Sithis.
The worm cult presence here is more entrenched than I thought. They have embedded themselves under every palm and colossal shell.
There's a lot
What
of colossal
the Chukase?
shells.
Were the brothers able to complete the first trial in the ritual?
Yes.
And not a scale out of place. Good work, mercenary. Next, we must facilitate their dream wallows. A type of dream given to them by the tide. We will need the root of a Fanic Gawk plant from the ridgeline to the east. That is your next task.
Oh, before I talk about that, here's the
By questioning the dead?
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that. You will encounter a cultist camp I spotted on your way to gather the root. See if you can learn anything more there. I'll escort the brothers and meet you atop the islet beyond the camp.
Because this obviously may rewind one of ayahuasca, I have a VR experience that's just called ayahuasca, that is a recreation based on people's tellings of their experience through such a shaman-guided trip. It is something else. I wonder if I can stream VR stuff. Maybe sometime I'll try that. Meanwhile, while I'm finding that route, I like movies that are campy, can be a little serious, but not
useful. Hold on to that.
I don't like cringe humor, so anything that really relies on cringe, which was a lot of movies, which is why I stopped really watching for movies. If there's other movies that came out like a year or so ago, I probably missed out, and I'm always looking for movie recommendations. Sister Silk. Yeah, see, I have the glow, but with the foliage, it's hard for me to see. Alright, if I cannot... What's with the Blade of Woe? I better check to make sure I didn't accidentally turn on something that disabled it. Ooh. A chest. I'm ignoring you.
This one's mine.
Okay, you can have it. Arg. Don't fight me. Shark called dibs. Okay.
What's next?
Ooh, a staff. What is this? Maximum health, stamina, food buff, which I should have because I use gourmands. Okay, doesn't sound like something I would use, but it did remind me. I'm not fighting anything that serious. Yes, I love the gourmand set. Downside is you have to remember to keep fed. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I want this carriage.
Ours now.
I wish. Oh my goodness. It's like a hearse. I want. It's a skull box. Arg. Oh, I didn't know it's Brock. Word is, Dark Adept Constantina may be close to finding the shrine the Tyborn had hidden. I'd better like just tearing apart the jungle. Interrogate the... One half of them only speak Chell. They went to interrogate Argonians and didn't bring anyone who speaks it. Okay. The real work. Gods, these bugs. Ew. Oh! Mosquitoes. Keep. Ack. Ew. Okay, I'm not reading that aloud. That was gross. Was that? Nope, just a fire. Oh. Oh, cool. That's how they spawn in. Yeah, hello, you people. Oh. Alright. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Rawr. Ruff. Grr. I'm running a little low on magic. Ooh. Blessed thistle.
Good eye.
This way, mercenary. Bring the route to Talali when you're ready.
Did you find the plant we need, Ojel?
Yep. Oh, but first I want to see... Enjoying the view? Do not run off the edge.
You should have seen Keshu in action, Ojel. The black fin cut through cultists like they were fronds. An energizing sight. The perfect primer for my dream wallow. Get the route to Tlali so we can begin our next rite.
Okay.
I am going to need to clean my armor. Worm cultists have a tendency to spew blood in all directions when they die. Go on and give the root to Talali Haas before any more cultists grow a spine and attempt to interrupt us.
Okay. Alright, I hope I get to see some of this.
Did you find a fennec gok root?
Hang on! What is this? Eek! It's a sloth! I did. Oh! Wow, it can zip when I'm startling it. Okay, I won't bother you, little sloth. Bye! Oh my goodness, it's a sloth! Oh! Yeep! Okay. Then we're distracted.
Did you find a fennec gok root for the ritual?
Yes.
Perfect. The words mean fated sand in your language, though Keshu tells me they call it fated mud back on the mainland. The root allows us to glimpse our futures, to see what the tide has in store for us, and allow us to choose the right path.
Huh. It's a good question. Is it safe?
Yes. I heard tales of other dream wallows. Some were calm and pleasant. Others were like waves crashing in a storm. There is a chance we come back changed, inspired, perhaps disillusioned. It is a test, after all. Speak with Keshu while I prepare. I shall prepare the dream wallow. Into Bokzul I offer fated sand and ocean brine. Ripple the surface of the sacred waters, and show me my reflection.
Okay.
Let us have a word while Talali prepares the ritual drink. The cultist camp below, were you able to find any information about their plans or what they want from the Tideborn?
Oh, like we talked about a minute ago?
That's troublesome. It seems the Tide Reader's suspicions were correct. They're after a shrine hidden in the ocean's depths. The location of the third ritual site, in fact. Let us hope the cultists haven't found it yet.
Oh, of course there's 3.
In due time, mercenary. First the burial grounds, next the dream wallow, then the shrine. A dream wallow is no simple nap. Each brother will walk a stormy path and face their future. And you must enter the dream wallows with them.
Awesome.
You must aid them in the dream wallow while I guard your unconscious bodies. Tide Reader Suhoth fears the taint that spoils the tides may also affect the dream wallows. Join them, but only intercede if it is completely necessary.
Okay.
Apologies. I thought you knew. When you're ready, step forward. You'll accompany Senek Haas first.
What do you have to say?
Ojel, before you go inside,
Oh.
I have a personal request. I ask that you stand by Senek where I cannot. Though he is thick-shelled, this will be difficult for him. I am unsure as to what awaits him in his dream wallow.
Oh.
I've known Senek since before we hatched. He has always felt out of place, different. I fear this dream wallow will echo these insecurities. Do not let him fall to them.
Like a deep meditation. That's a risk. Okay.
Steel your resolve, Ojel. I will not be happy if you spoil my dream wallow.
Okay, I guess. Do I drink or? Oh, I walk through. Okay, little dragon. Time to drink. Go, go, go. Here we go. Begin to give him close foot to walk. Give him an opportunity to change the course of her life. Heed its warning. Risk leaving herself unmoored and adrift. Oh. You know, I wish I was becoming an adult. I had the
seas,
opportunity to see a glimpse of.
Senekas,
Whoops.
lost and afraid.
Dark Adept.
No.
Alright.
I am not alone. I
I bet you are.
have my elders. I have Tlali.
Where are you? You have the elders, you have Lolly. I don't see him.
Your ancestors are carrion for sea urchins, while you honor the tide and follow a false brother.
Oh, that's just low.
I carry my ancestors with me, darkness, and Tlali gives me strength. Embrace the power these cultists offer. Pull your ancestors back from the void.
He was saying Lolly gives him strength and fills the emptiness in his heart, which is cool. But embrace the power these cultists offer. Okay, bringing them back as zombies is not the same thing as bringing them back
from the void? Is that possible?
No, I was just saying. I was looking for dream loot. Oh, no, don't fall for it.
Ah!
No,
I've heard enough of this.
Okay,
It is time to silence you for good. We have never needed the tribe. Their old ways only hold. I am stuck. Ojel, you must be my
I always
blade.
find myself in a better mood after a meal.
Look upon our potential. The power we could have if you would only reach out and take it.
Okay.
Remain.
Skill issue.
Remain weak. A brittle shell that
I
holds
am
only
indebted to you, Ojel. Go on to the next stream. I have much to consider. That dark shadow. He can. I can. No longer hurt me. Thank you. I will be fine. Go on. Tlali awaits you.
Alright, so just for a moment, thinking about the fact of having one dream experience where a destructive part of your brain can no longer hurt you. That's something to think about. Okay. Oh.
You honor salt and sand, but forget the great stone monuments that were raised as a testament to our power. The Tideborn do not chase stories of lost power. The tide is fickle and whispers only half-truths. Return to stone. Embrace permanence.
I'm going too quickly. Lolly was saying you honor... Let's see. We forge ahead into uncharted waters. That is our strength. And I just love that line. The Tideborn do not chase stories of lost power. We forge ahead into uncharted waters, and that is our strength. That. This is just filled with stuff to think about. I'll stop
Even
running.
the sea erodes stone. I see your promises for what they are. Falsehoods whispered by shadows. Are you so certain that you would risk the future of our people on your belief? Are you that afraid to lead them? Lead them? I always wanted to hear the tide, but I never... Am I holding myself back?
Well, probably because that's what people do. But that's not the same thing as following the dark voice. Okay.
Could I lead them? Do I have the strength?
Well, not yet.
What you lack in strength, you can make up for by bending the will of the dead. Not like this! Rilka, lend me your strength. Help me defeat this shade so I can return to my brother.
Okay.
See how our ancestors bend to our will. How they rise at our command. You can rebuild what has been lost. Thank you. Continue outside the dream. I must purge this filth from me before I awake.
Okay.
You're all awake. Good. Check on the brothers
Yep,
if you
little
would,
dragon.
mercenary.
There you go. Dragon's feeling fine. Check on the brothers, because they are... Oh, okay. What do you have to say?
The brothers appear shaken by their experiences. I told the Tide Reader it would be prudent of us to send you with them. I don't know what happened in there, but perhaps you could talk to them, mercenary?
Sure. Oh, right now I'm only playing my Nightblade with Sap Essence, Magical Soul, which I love Major Breach, Shadowy Disguise because I sneak everywhere, Concealed Weapon because of Minor Expedition, I'm addicted to sneaking at the speed cap, and Impale. And occasionally I will swap over for just a little bit of Swallow Soul, Combat Prayer, Twisting Path, Dark Shade, Echoing Vigor. I have no idea what combo of classes would work for this overall questing, relying on companions to do the dirty work kind of thing. It's a candy store. There are so many skill lines and passive lines, and I have a really hard time deciding.
Useful. Hold on to that.
I'm gonna talk to Senek first.
Ojel, I am relieved to see you awaken. That dream wallow, that nightmare. I am unsure if I would have been able to push back its darkness without you by my side.
That's why it's important we don't make ourselves face things alone.
It felt wrong. Tali believes it was the root, tainted just like our land and sacred waters. Still, it pierced my mind and showed me the black pearls of my own insecurity. That will take time to recover from.
That is so relatable.
If anything, what happened in that dream proved the necessity of the next trial. It's Teish, Sithis, in all his infinite wisdom, will know how to best guide my hand and overcome this corruption. You are kind for listening, but now I must prepare.
Wow, I like this cocky teenager.
Forgive me for not standing.
Oh.
The Dream Wallow took a lot out of me. Still, I thank you, Ojel. I'm not sure I would have been able to pull myself from that dream without your assistance.
What do you think?
It was not what I expected. The dead risen like the stone monoliths of the ancient Saxhleel. And me, their leader? I don't know how the cultists were able to spoil our dreams, but I will be forever grateful for your aid. I must be. Meet us right below these cliffs. There is an entrance to our sacred shrine, where Seneca and I must present ourselves to the tide. Commit our scales to the Father of Change. Allow me a moment to gather myself, and I'll be ready.
The next trial starts at the shoreline below. Go on ahead. I want a moment with the Egg Brothers. The final trial takes place on a tidal cave below this cliff face. Meet us at the shoreline below when you are ready. And do not worry about the Egg Brothers. They have strength in them yet.
They do.
I will guide them down.
Can see real quick, make sure I don't miss anything else.
The next location is a coveted Tideborn secret.
Ooh.
It might be what the worm cult is searching for. The place mentioned in the notes you found. We must proceed carefully, Ojel.
Okay, so this is where we're followed, even though obviously, as a Nightblade, I could sneak us all there. But, oh, okay. Senek?
You are not the pawn scum I thought you were, Ojel. It will be good to have you with us for the next part of the ritual.
But as far as subclassing, someone said that a lot of times your picks are 90% passives and only 10% skills. Which was true of my PvP shielding build. Which, hopefully next week, I'm going to do an intro to... Oh gosh, I just got totally dizzy. There we go. Intro to Cyrodiil, how to get a works well enough, quick and easy build to find out how to not hate the place.
You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know what it's good for. Good for the guild trader. I'm trying to finish figuring out a good starter build, both with and without subclassing. If you're not super into PvP and just want to do stuff. Okay, what do I do? Who is here? Do I go into the water? Oh, there they are.
I am unsure if I can do this, Tlali.
Uncurl your tail, Senek. Ojel, Keshu will explain what happens next.
Uncurl your tail. That sounds rude.
My stomach churns like the whirlpool ahead. But Tlali is right. We can do this. We must do this. Not only to earn our place in the tribe, but to cleanse the sacred waters. Talk to Keshu so we can get on with this.
My scales vibrate with anger. Even the water here shows signs of corruption. We must proceed to the final trial, Ojel. Speak with Keshu so we may begin.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Now where's this? Alright, because I'm gonna come back to this place.
The final trial awaits through that whirlpool. Inside, you will find the Tideborn's most sacred shrine. There, the brothers will finish their chukase and complete the ritual. That should cleanse the waters and remove the necrotic corruption.
Okay, I'm curious, how does that work?
Tide Reader Suhoth did not have the time or inclination to give me all the details. He just explained that if we guided the brothers on their chukase and helped them reach the shrine and complete the ritual, the sacred waters would be cleansed. Accompany the brothers into the whirlpool and down into the sea cave below. Help them reach the shrine safely, and they should be able to accomplish the rest. Let's just hope the worm cult still hasn't learned the location of this shrine.
I'm pretty sure they have now. Chekhov's worm.
Follow the brothers, mercenary. It's just a short dive to the shrine.
Good eye, me kitty. Well, JK, I'm a mermaid.
worm cult is here. I'll protect the brothers. You deal with their leader, mercenary.
Okay.
This power will be ours to control. The power of this shrine will be ours! Defend me!
We're echoing.
Your own dead serve us, lizards! Rise, beast! Destroy these fools!
Oh my goodness, that looks so cool.
Dim standing.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Gee.
Quickly, we must secure the shrine.
Well fought, mercenary. The shrine is beyond that waterfall.
Wow. Up. Oh. Purple torch bug. Purple torch bug.
Remarkable. An ancient shrine to Sithis. Mercenary, talk with me.
In a sec. See, this is hitting different with a different idea of ebb and flow instead of just murder, death, kill.
Speak to Keshu, Ojel. I must focus on Itz Taish.
Okay. Probably gonna say the disease.
Not now, Ojel. I must commune with Itz Taish.
That's usually what you. Oh, wait. Okay, alright. I don't. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Sharp. Alright.
Now I understand the cult's purpose here. This cave sings with the power of the void.
Oh.
A shrine to Sithis, the bringer of ends, who the Tideborn call Itz Taish. What are the tides if not the ever-shifting flow of change? Let us hope Suhoth was right, and praying to the Unmaker returns his blessing to Shell-Tide Village.
Huh. Can make the curse.
Yes, the Chukase is almost complete. The brothers walked the path of their ancestors, and now must be recognized by Sithis. Since you walked it as well, mercenary, you must approach the shrine and be acknowledged too.
I'll have to do this on an Argonian. Okay, let's see.
I feel the presence of the Dread Father.
What was once tainted has been made clean.
Itz Taish has approved our Chukase.
Your Chukase is complete, Egg Brothers. Let's meet at the hatchery and see if the waters are truly cleansed.
Okay, I just gotta say, I expected there to be some kind of inclination, like sign or acknowledgement or recognition. But that wouldn't have been very Sithis, now would it have? It was a void of response, which means that we were recognized and acknowledged.
I feel the presence of the Dread Father. He has acknowledged our Chukase and reinstated his blessing upon the village. I believe the sacred waters are now clean, but we should check at the hatchery to make certain.
Well, of course.
Did you feel it? The gaze of the Dread Father upon you. And we were not sucked into the void. We have been recognized for our actions this day, Ojel.
Was that a risk? No wonder he was scared.
Return to the village and meet us at the hatchery. I will make sure the Egg Brothers arrive safely.
Okay, so that's the village, so I'm going to go to someone's business, steam baths. I never walk anywhere. finally having a steam bath. I've tried to make steam baths, but never this good. All right. Ooh, seems like they did a nice job. All right. Wrap up this quest and wrap up this session. Pardon me, lemons. The big shells. I expected to see them making huts in the shells. Guess, like, because they're redder in bug houses, but no, they just leave them. Okay, now where am I? Oh, almost. Wait. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's a furnishing too. Okay. Alright. Gonna pick a flower. Never pass a Columbine.
Been on the lookout for that.
It doesn't count as being distracted if it's Columbine.
Mercenary, please give the Tide Reader your impressions of the results of the Chukasei.
Oh, people.
I was lucky to have completed my Chukasei before the cultists arrived. I'm grateful that you allowed Talali and Cynic to prove themselves to the Tide.
Okay. Possibly talk to everybody.
This is the first step in their long journey toward their destined scales. A journey they can embark on thanks to you.
I really like these Argonians.
I've known the Egg Brothers since they were hatchlings. Menaces, the both of them. Still, I am proud to see what they have grown into.
Aw, all their neighbors are here.
I cannot wait to hear the details of their Chukasei. I'm certain it was unlike any experienced by the Tideborn. And I'll admit to being a little curious as to how each brother will embellish the tale.
Okay, did I talk to you yet?
I am curious as to what roles the brothers find for themselves in the future. While they seem set in their ways now, the Tide has a way of wearing away even the hardest of stones.
That's true. Talk to you? Wait, Keshi already.
Tide Reader Suhoth wants to hear the details of all that occurred directly from you. But know that Shell Tide and the Tideborn will not soon forget the service you provided in their time of need.
I'm expect to see them at the end of Zone Party.
Their journey begins anew, outsider. I wonder what parts of you they will wear. Many years from now, should your paths cross again, you may even see glimmers of yourself on their scales. Echoes of what you mean to them.
Alright, that is really cool, but I was just thinking about how I really wish that there could be a helmet where you're wearing like that piece of crocodile jaw. So right when I was thinking that, I said, wonder what parts of you they will wear. And I was like, eek! Oh, this...
I erect the spine of gratitude, outsider. You have helped cleanse our sacred waters and saved our hatchery. Now, talk to the Tide Reader so we may finish this ceremony.
Yes, I will. Or wait. Where are the brothers? Let's talk to each of them.
I thought myself unshakable, but the challenges today showed me that I still have room to grow. Thanks to you, I stand on these sands as renewed as the hatchery. Not just mine. This was important to all of us. I learned I am not the warrior I thought I was. I felt fear, uncertainty. But the tides and you have shown me what truly matters. This village, my people. Thank you.
I saw the true shape of a warrior today, Ojel. You and Keshu taught me so much. Thanks to you, I will not be so ready to bend like the reeds should the cultists ever return. My stomach churns as if I drank the scum from a sun-dried pool, but considering all that we accomplished, I'd say I'm feeling rather proud. You helped my brother and me earn our place and save our village. Thank you.
Nice. Okay then. Tide Reader?
The Egg Brothers shine with the warmth of the tide, Ojel. Already I can hear the voice of the Unmaker return to our shores. But tell me, how did the Chukase go from your perspective?
I have only one choice.
Then I declare the Chukase a success. Senik and Talali are warriors of the Tideborn. We are indebted to you and Keshu. We will stand with you against the Worm Cult. I will dispatch our best warriors to Sunport once the celebration is over.
Yeah, what about Hatchery?
The Dread Father has returned his blessing. The Shoal Tender tells me the eggs are improving and the sacred waters have begun to clear. It will take time to fully return to normal, but she is confident all will be fine.
Nice. Okay, Gishu.
I came to this village seeking allies for the Stirk Fellowship and to learn more about these distant eggkin of my people. With your help, it seems I have been successful in both regards. Now we continue to gather our forces in preparations to strike the Worm Cult a killing blow. Know that this alliance would not have been possible without your assistance. I look forward to seeing you at Sunport and once again fighting at your side.
Alright, this is probably going to be one of the things that ends up hanging out in one of my storage chests forever, because some of these I keep if the story had special significance to me. And so, not only because y'all came and joined me on this, and I really enjoyed that, but there was just so much to think about in this quest. All the acting, all of the journey. Yeah, this is absolutely getting locked. Complete quest.
I chose well in you. Even in Blackwood, these eyes knew you were of strong will and tempered fortitude. Thank you for your efforts, mercenary. We connect these Tideborn with not only Sunport, but perhaps with Black Marsh as well.
Oh, personal question.
I'm intrigued. You have earned that right many times over. What do you wish to ask me, mercenary?
Huh.
Before your arrival, I spent some time on these shores contemplating this very question. Listening to the tide and wondering if it could really return discarded memories. If one day I'll crack from a shell and find myself here. That if it were true, I wouldn't mind. There is someone in this village that reminds me of a dear eggkin I lost many years ago. I truly believe it is them, that they have returned, and that they do not remember me. It does not matter. What matters is that now they will get to reach their, what is it they say? Destined scales? And that this time they have someone by their side that won't fail them.
Wow.
Saxhleel of the Tideborn, people of Shelltide, these brothers have honored our ways and completed their Chukase. Talali Haas, you are the steady rhythm of crashing waves. Senik Haas, you are the reef that protects our shores. With this horn, we kneel to the Worm Cult no longer. Let the tides lift us and our allies in Sunport toward a new dawn.
Sharp. I have one of those shells from Hawaii. Well, and with that ceremony, that wraps up my first evening in the new zone. And thank you for joining me. Let's see. What do you think, little dragon? Did you like it? You loved it? Okay. Well, then maybe next time that's what we'll do. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'll see you all in game.